Good morning, everyone. Great to be online and live with you for this webinar of this morning. We take a short start in a short notice just to make sure everybody can still dial in. And then we will start with our webinar about how gamification marketing helped ZooRoyal, AEG, and SPAR elevate their advent campaigns. So waiting just a few more seconds before we start. Then I would say let's slowly dive into it. I'm happy today also that Philip Suter, my colleague, will join me as well. He is one of our customer success managers and gamification experts who will, in the second part of the session, give you a brief overview of our platform. So let's maybe jump right into it. And also, just a note, a quick, please use our question tools. You can post a question in there. We have some time dedicated at the end to go through the questions. So really take out as much as you like from these sessions. The more question, the better. It can be general, it can be specific, it can be about something that we talk about, but also maybe some general questions about gamification that you have. So let's have a quick look at the agenda. We are going to have a quick introduction round, already started with that a bit, and then we'll talk about the Advent season, a very critical time of the year, of course. And we are going to ask ourselves how audiences are experiencing brand communication during the Advent season, and also making an impact with targeted gamification marketing will be one of our topics. And then we'll have some specific use cases with numbers from ZooRoyal, AEG, and SPAR. And then, of course, we will jump over to my colleague Philip, who will then show you how you can set up your gamified event campaign in our builder, followed by our Q&A session. So then, quick word from my side. My name is Philip Döbeli. I'm one of the sales directors at Brame, responsible for the DACH region and also international markets. I have joined Brame a little bit more than a year ago, having a background in software as a service for about 8 years now. So yes, I would say I'm very passionate about the topic, very excited to see what results you can bring out. And without further ado, let's go right into it. The Advent season, a critical time with a promising potential for marketers. Why is it a critical time? You see it on this graph. The spending is still increasing every year. We have more promotions in store and online. We have an increased spending from advertisers, of course. This also means that our clients, they are faced with much more ads that they say, with much more impressions that they get. And so it's a very emotionally hyped season. People are excited, but also stressed at the same time. It's a season where we have family gatherings, where we have gifts that we buy in an extended manner. So it's a very loaded season. And by saying that, and to really exemplify this a little bit, we have prepared a small game that we are going to do together. So your question or your task will be to find Waldo within 20 seconds on this picture. So you have 20 seconds to find the man with the striped colored sweater that is red and white. Let's see if you can find him. It's not an easy task. Not everybody can do it. Let's see, time is up. Where is Waldo? Did you find him? It was not that easy. Where is he? He is at C3. So this just to exemplify a little bit the overload of information that we have. And by saying that, I also want to go into a few numbers that are quite impressive, I would say, because 74% of consumers feel frustrated when content is impersonal. So we get used more and more to personal content, meaning we need data. If we want to make content personal, we need data from our consumers. In the middle, we see that 48% is lower engagement in customers' experience that aren't gamified. So you have a lower engagement if your content is not gamified. And maybe the last number here is really 84% of customers rank brand experiences as equally important to products or services. So that's very interesting. Of course, we need a high quality product, but more and more people pay attention to the experience that they face during the buying process. So by saying that, why does gamification marketing work? It is because people remember only 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, but they remember 70% of what they experience. So hearing is good, reading is good, but what really sticks with us is if we experience something, if we are part of an interaction, if we are part of an experience, that's really what sticks with us. And then in the middle, I just got a question recently, somebody asking, do people only play games if they get a reward? If they get a discount, for example. And I can tell you, no, people have different various reasons why they play. One of them is extrinsic rewards. That's a discount, that's a price, that's a personalized recommendation, something they get. But there are also intrinsic rewards. So being better than my neighbor, being better than someone else, proving that I can improve my skills, gather more points than the last time. So this can also be a reason why people play. It does not necessarily always need to have a price. Both of it, both rewards, they help us in engaging and improving engagement, loyalty, and revenue in the end. So, what do you need to have a successful gamification campaign? There are three components. There is an incentive that we give people, a reason why they should participate. Then we give them a small challenge to solve and we address their curiosity. And you see the big brands that have been using gamification for a long time. And the question, of course, can arise, why does not every company use gamification yet? And this can be answered very simply because the costs have been very high so far. If you do this with an agency, it costs you very quickly 30 to 40,000 euros or US dollars. It takes up to 6 months. And also, the complexity is very high. That's why we asked ourselves, how can we make the access to gamification easier and more affordable? And that's when we decided to create a so-called no-code builder that you certainly know from Wix, Jimdo, Squarespace, or Canva. We did the same for gamification. So with pre-designed templates in your corporate design, and Philip Suter will tell you later on a little bit more how you can really personalize your calendar. All of our games can be done 100% personalized to your brand, to your colors, to your fonts. So within 1 hour, you can really create a great gamification experience in our builder. And then at the same time, we do not leave you alone with the software. We also provide our know-how and help you in really finding the right strategies and game types for your goals. So now going into some practical examples from ZooRoyal, AEG, and SPAR with their advent campaigns. Starting with ZooRoyal, which is a big brand, especially also in Germany from the Rewe Group. I'm not going into all of these numbers in specific, but just so you get a little bit an idea, they had around 100,000 unique visitors for their advent calendar last year, and the games that were finished were more, 113. This means people come back several times. We see returning rate in the calendar season of up to 12 times. And you see also here, they generated 14,000 leads. So the advent calendar can have different goals. One of them, of course, also lead generation, double opt-in, verified addresses that you can generate. You also see here that the engagement time in average was 68 seconds, which is a very long time. So then going on, you see here a few screenshots how this can look like. Also other games that you can embed within your advent calendar. And then going to AEG, another topic, you see they had around 13,000 unique visitors, and people here played almost 3 times. You see the games that were finished, and also the engagement time of 54 seconds, almost 1 minute. You see also here different game types that were included, like a memory, like a guess the picture, for example. Now going to the SPAR example, which is, of course, a big retailer. They also had an advent calendar with different game types in it, around 117,000 unique visitors, lots of leads that they generated. They had an engagement time of 80 seconds, which is even longer, and they had a return rate of almost 8 times. So within these 24 days, people returned 8 times to the calendar. So then having a quick look at how these games can look like. You see here all in the design of SPAR, a spin the wheel, a memory, a guess the picture, a slot machine. This can all be hidden behind doors of the advent calendar. How can this be promoted? Of course, on your website, you have traffic anyways. Use it for the advent calendar on Facebook, paid and organic, on Instagram, paid and organic. Daily stories can help you that people will come back. So before I hand over to Philip, let's share with you 5 tips and tricks that we have gathered from hundreds of other advent calendars that we have been doing over the last few years. And I start with number one, how can you increase engagement? You can increase engagement if you offer additional games behind calendar doors. So do not only let people open a door and show an offer, but rather let them play something behind a door. This gives you more engagement. Then the second one, lead with attractive prices in the beginning of the Advent season. So do not wait for the end of the calendar to show your attractive prices, because if people get attractive prices in the beginning, they come back. It's more likely that they will come back because they are attracted already in the beginning with attractive prices. Then is what we recommend is to have a main price going over or and during the whole 24 days, because what you do not want to have is losers, right? You want to have maybe instant prices, so people that play and win, but for those who do not win, you want to see them as winners too by saying you have qualified for the big raffle that will show the winners at Christmas, for example. So everybody in the end is a winner. Number 4, Leverage your partner pool. So advent calendars are a perfect opportunity to include your partners with prices. We even have customers, they sell the single doors, and you can really give a stage to your partners and they can sponsor certain prices. And then number 5, consider our gingerbread template. That's a template that is very suitable for mobile use. And I think Philip Suter will talk a little bit more about this template in a second. And by saying that, all of our calendars are fully responsive. There are certain designs that are maybe more suitable for mobile devices, but in general, all of our games are fully responsive in their design. And by saying that, I am very happy to hand over to Philip Suter to give you an overview of how you can set up a calendar within our builder.
Thank you very much, Philip. Yes, hi, welcome also from my side. Thank you very much for joining us to this webinar today. And I'm glad to be able to show you quickly a demo about our Advent calendar tool that we have. And so we will start with just creating a basic campaign. As you will see, it's quite easy. So what we do is really just go add new campaign, give it a wonderful name like Christmas 2024. And then you can also select languages you would like to have. So you can have it in multiple languages so that you have only to be editing the calendar once and it will be applied to different languages. So what you can do then here is we'll put it in English and remove German. So we have it in just in English. We continue. This is here the whole variety of basic games that we have. And then we have here the Advent calendar. So we continue. And then we have here the templates, which were mentioned by Philip. So as you see, obviously, let's say if you have a box or if you have tiles, they are maybe more suitable for a desktop version. And then we have this beautiful gingerbread template, which is on mobile really special because you have larger tiles, which will be like a story being moving around. But you will have a look at it in the next few minutes. So here you have always a preview. Whatever you click on, whenever you click on the eye, you will see how they look like in the whole design. And then you can decide if you want to go with it or if you would like to take a different one. Now we're going to the gingerbread, continuing, and you will see that the templates are obviously just really very basic, designed by us because we know that you will apply your own design at any time for every game. So what you have to do is pretty simple. It's taking a little while as we are creating 24 tiles. There you go. Okay, so the things you have to do, basic steps, are really you just go in here in the menu, and then you can select here brand and style, upload anything you need for this campaign. Let me just upload all of the files so I have them in here. Oh, maximum upload of 15. So let me reduce a little bit. Here we go, open, and then get the rest, which would be then from here till here, open, here we go. Okay, so what I'll do is the logo. Let me see, I didn't upload the logo. Okay, good. Give me a second, sorry for that. Why did it not upload the logo? Okay, doesn't matter. So actually you would upload the logo here directly. Then what you do is also here change the background image. So you can just select here the desktop background image, as you see here. You can then also go ahead and change the mobile desktop, because maybe you want a different one or just a different cutout on the mobile version. You click on it, and then you can set your fonts whatever you want. So on one side, we have some of them we have available directly here in the system. For example, this Open Sans. Let's go with this one to set as a default. And you have the different colors. So let's put the text color, for example, white, because on this background it looks better. And this is how you can design everything. Also buttons that you might have in the system, you can go directly in here and put your own colors in there. So button colors, for example, for us, obviously it's our signature green. So you have here this with the white text, and wherever they appear, they will be in there. Now, as you see here, now all the tiles are different, have a different image. And that's the great thing about this template, because you can really just click on it, say what tile image you would like to add here. For example, this beautiful here, to just make it look a little bit more present, like, there you go, so that you open a present. Same as that, what you can do is here, go and select the color of the numbers. You can change the font of the numbers, the size, everything. So you can really just go ahead and do whatever you want in this whole design, as well as positioning the number at any place you would like to have it. And this you can do individually for every single day. So you can create a story, same as we have now here in this gingerbread template, where it goes through and through. And on the other hand, you can also just present a different product or brand every day already on the tile. Good. I move forward a little bit because I already prepared everything, obviously. So we have here our game that is already designed. Here you see the logo is already in place. So we have everything, and you go throughout all the pages every day, including here in the settings. What you can do is add an image for the voucher. You can add a title, a text, and everything, which will then be applied, or you can apply for every day a different one throughout the 24 days. And then in the end, you can decide whatever you want to collect after they open the tile. So once you open the tile, it will go to the next page, which is this one, the registering page. In this page, what you can do is go in here and you can define which information you would like to collect for the prize to be distributed. And you have the possibility here also to say the phone number, for example, is not mandatory. So you remove that one. And now we have only 3 fields which are mandatory, one which is non-mandatory. And then we have also the last page, where you have kind of a thank you page, remembering what they won or what they will get in their email. Also social media icons, you can add everything, and the possibility also to add some call to action buttons like play again, or even to send them to your online shop or wherever you want to have them after they finish the game. We have also the possibility here to add emails. So as mentioned before, you will, for example, send the voucher via email every single day, and you have it here day 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. You have the possibility here to add individual text for every day, and it will also take directly the content of the tile that you filled in, as you see here, the title, the text, and the image. And you can add for every day something different. We have also the possibility to add double opt-in verification directly in this email, so that you don't have to send a separate one for this. Good. So once you have designed everything, as you see, we have also the view for mobile so that you can also check how this would look like. And as mentioned by Philip before, this mobile version is really cool because whatever day you will be looking at, you will then have the specific day already in the spotlight. So on the 4th of December, you will have day 4 as a first thing, and you have just to click on it and not go and look for the tile that you have to open. Now let's have a quick preview on the live version. So once I'm done, what I can do is really just go in. Let's say this would be day 2 on desktop. I see the first day that I missed or all the days that I have missed before. Then I click on day 2. It opens up, gives me a short preview, and now I get the details in the sense of what do I have to do, what is the price I'm getting. I can enter my details. And then I can just go ahead and sign up for everything. And now I have here the thank you page. At the same time, I'm receiving an email in the background giving me the voucher code that I can then redeem. Yes, so as you see, pretty easy, pretty simple to add any information and create your design that you would like to have. So I think this is something which makes it really easy for anyone to just create something for Christmas. That's it. That's a quick demo on how it works. And I would say, let's then move ahead to the Q&A session.
Very good. Thank you, Philip. And this is also a small reminder. Please put all your questions into the Q&A session. We have one question that what are the best prices for advent calendars? This is a good question, of course. The prices can vary quite a bit. There are different possibilities. It does not necessarily always need to be a huge price. You can also work with smaller prices that are relevant to your audience. This can be really physical prices. It can be vouchers, and it can be products from your partners that are sponsored. So there are really a lot of possibilities. Of course, if you have a main big price, that's certainly a magnet. It lets people come back and try their luck, but it does not necessarily always need to be a huge price. Philip Suter, is there something here about the prices that you like to add?
Well, the prices, what we have experienced in the past is mainly that the clients are more keen to want a prize or to participate, to win a prize, which is connected to your company. So obviously, if you're, I don't know, a fashion retailer, if you suddenly put in that you can win a voucher for a weekend to ski, probably people you have less people participating because they are more interested in your product and not in any skiing weekend. So this is what works really best to align the prices with your company and your goal, also your focus and target group. But as you mentioned before, what works really good is the daily prices, that you have something to win every day, and at the end also to win maybe a major prize so that everyone can feel that he has still the possibility to win something.
Very good. Thank you, Philip. Another question was, what alternatives can you recommend in the Advent season instead of an Advent calendar? So basically, a lot of games can work in the Advent season. There is always an advantage if you have the possibility to create returning customers. So it can be possible to have for example, 4 candles only on the Sundays in the Advent season if you don't want to make 24 doors. So this can be a popular possibility that works very well. Then what type of game would you recommend for generating leads? Philip, what would you say are the best games to generate leads?
Well, in this case, I mean, you can, behind every tile, you have the possibility to add a different game, for example, which is really just a short quiz. One question, two question, maybe three maximum, but usually with one question you're good because they will be coming back every day to answer this one question. So this brings a lot of value to the player, but also to you because he trust with your brand and knowledge with your brand. And on the other hand, what also works extremely good are luck games. So in the sense of spin the wheel or a scratch card, so that he doesn't have to think about anything. He can just turn the wheel, spin the wheel, and win something. And this is really a good thing, which can also be maybe connected to the question before. What you can do instead of an advent calendar is also just a Christmas spin the wheel or something like this, which engages the people to come every day and just try their luck to win again a higher discount or an additional prize, free shipping or whatever to your product.
Very good. Thank you, Philip. Then another question was, how can you increase the return rate for advent calendars? Here, there are also several possibilities. One, of course, is to send out emails on a regular basis, leading people to the advent calendar. Another option would be to work with Instagram stories, for example, or Facebook ads, where you really target them to your audience and make them aware that your advent calendar is live. Then another question would be, how can we promote the calendar we built? So here we have a different business stream that is called engagement ads. So you can create engagement ads. These are gamified ads that you can play out in a different network on new sites, for example. Sorry, and these can then really bring clicks and user to your site. Are there any thoughts from your side, Philip, to add here?
No, so the thing what I see is that really as we should go with the omni-channel approach, that you really promote the calendar everywhere at any time. So as Philip mentioned before, the daily Instagram, Facebook stories are extremely effective to get people every day in, and without having to bomb them with daily emails, but a weekly email, for example, remembering, hey, we have this week also great prices is really good. And promotion, as you mentioned, Philip, before, the engagement ads, you can also just do the calendar itself within the ad, which is a really cool thing, because then whoever is playing outside of your your environment, as you said, in a magazine, online magazine, newspaper, somewhere where you play it out, they can really just click on it, open the tile, see what the price is, put in their email, and just continue doing whatever they're doing. And this is one of the big advantages of these engagement ads.
Perfect. Thank you, Philip. Then we have a last question. That is, would you recommend taking a sneak peek at the prices? Definitely, this can be a very good idea to get people a sneak peek so they know what they can win, to make them hot, to make them really excited about the prices. So this can be a very good method. Perfect. Then I would say thank you very much for your attention. We wish you already now a great Advent season. If you like to know something in more detail, please give us an email, a phone call. We are happy to really go with you into your cases, into your target audiences, give you some proposition what could work well for your audiences, and then we are looking forward to be in touch. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.